you need to know enough of the crucial things that makes good design to solve the problem in the techniques of UX, UI, interaction design, user research, strategy, how to talk to the business, business strategy. Just need to know those couple of things to be able to be successful.
So if you have listened to the end of this conversation, we say thank you so much for your time. And please remember to subscribe to this channel. And why not reach out also to Renee? She have shared valuable information here with you. So of course, if you do need help, why not let us know? Just write it down so that we'll pass it on to her. And share also this video with other people who you believe can benefit from it. It has been a pleasure here. Renee, thank you so much for the time.
The production, just like in real life, and then it gets released. Now, once it gets released, it doesn't stop there. I mean, the product cycle is there, but there's also a next iteration where it's optimizing. Because one thing about products and services is that it's not a one and done thing. It is a living, breathing thing. You would think, oh, something digital can be living and breathing. Like, what are you talking about? It's a living and breathing on the sheer fact because it's always being optimized because it's a solution to a human problem, and humans are always needing. Once one problem gets solved, like we multifaceted. It's not like we just have one problem. Like, oh, okay, yeah, you solved that problem. I don't have any more problems about this. No, you might solve one or two big painful problems, but there's other micro problems they might have around that big problem that your product can solve. And that's what that iteration, that optimization after you launched, release, implement is meant to help with. Like those little, other than the big one, what else can we ancillarily do or adjacently do that's not a big diversion from our main feature, our main product, that can help with our users. And that's how you increase lifetime value. That's, it goes into all that. But essentially that's the main, when I talk with product development, that's what that is meaning.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you. That is really an in-depth explanation. People can pick that and run with them.
I try to do a good analogies with things so I won't lose anybody.
Thank you so much for that, Renee. Now, let's say a beginner is listening to you and they have listened to you to this point. They want to really roll up their sleeve and get to work. Where do you think they should start from as beginner in product development?
Oh my goodness. It is a double-edged sword with you. If I was to start over again or tell somebody, because that's how I'm equating this, if I would start over again with what I know will be the best mark to do, it's just like any craftsman, you are going to need to know your tools. I feel that you should only know it enough, or not enough, but in tandem with practical application. Not just let's go to YouTube and just, which people have. I'm not saying that you totally cannot do that. But if I was making a recommendation, you're going to need to know the principles, the techniques of UX, of UI, study them, but keep a practical mindset about it. It's not hard graved in stone. I've seen a lot of entry level people get caught up in the purist versions of that. Like, okay, well, the book said this, or it said this technique, this method said this. Techniques and methods are not the Bible. Like, it's not absolute. It is meant to give you a perspective. It's meant to show you how someone else did it and figured it out in another context, sometimes in the same context. But you have to have the wherewithal to be able to translate into your world of what you're trying to apply it to. That's why I said in the beginning, it's not just learning about techniques and tools. Don't get caught up in the latest tool, whether it's Figma or whatever. I would focus on what makes, like we were just talking about, what makes a good design a good design, the the principles of usability, uh, Yostov theories. You want to get into those things, and there's places to do that other than YouTube. I will at least tell you a couple of Interaction Design Foundation is a really good place to go for these things. They blend both practical and um, education together. Udemy is a really good place. A lot of people don't know, but Udemy, I would start after you got some kind of footing, because a lot of people who train out there, or who teaches out there, they use a lot of practical stuff, practical knowledge, and that's going to help you. But in the very, very beginning, like the first couple of months you're doing this, I would start with that, and then reading some of the books, really good books like Don't Make Me Think. Um, there's some by Nielsen and Norman that are out there. I would, not all of them, you do not have to read all of them. I would say keep it to a 3 or 5 that you're reading, and then start working, like just start producing, making things, a passion project. It don't even have to go to somebody. You just want to start practicing your craft, just like a craft person. You want to start making it, and that's where that practice that I was speaking of earlier come into play, that I've learned. The more you can practice the craft, the better you're going to get with it.
Thank you so much for that. Now, people that are listening to you now, they want to connect with you, they want to work with you. Why not? This is a business environment. They want to, if I would do encourage our guests to promote themselves. So, yeah, use a few seconds to promote yourself. Tell people where they can find you.
Well, you can go to Renee Morris. That's about, so Renee, ReneMorris.com. You'll find a lot about work there, or you can visit me on LinkedIn. I do post on all things UX, UI, user research, UX and AI and UX, and increasing ROI for your business. Just look me up, my name, Renee Morris. You can reach out there. I'm always online there. And I'm just starting up my consultancy website, which is morrispixelstrategy.com altogether.
Lovely. So they cannot miss that.
Yeah.
So, Renee, what is going to be your final thought here to conclude this conversation? We talk a little bit about your story, where you're coming from, and somewhere after we started the conversation, then of course you let the people understand some of the nitty-gritty of UI, US in design and product design, and some of the tips that they should keep in mind if they want to design a good product. So yeah, what do you want to leave them with to conclude this conversation?
Like I was saying before, I came from humble beginnings. I did not come from a lot of money where I could have, I know right now they have the degrees in UX design and or user-centered design. With that being said, you do not need, if that part is correct, you do not need a degree. You just need hustle, and you need passion and desire to not take no for an answer, even when other people are saying it is something that you can learn on yourself, but it will take dedication with it. And I'm living proof. I do have a degree. I did not go to a boot camp. I actually started before there was boot camps, and it can be done. It can be done. It is a challenging road, but it can be done. And the last part you had said, something came to mind about advice to leave. I believe that's what you were saying. the earlier things I was saying before with uh, reaching out, going and learning about the techniques, actually reaching out to a mentor. That was one of the things, an actual mentor. ADP.org has a list of mentors that can help you with the questions. Because that was the other thing in the beginning that, should I? It's so vast. The UX, I don't understand that. The UX field, the discipline is vast. And a lot of times in the beginning, you don't, because there's so much of it, you don't, yeah, you can study all of it, but you're like, what this, what that. I can even tell you right now, even as much as I've been in it for 12 years, I still, you know, learn a lot from UX. I still do categorize myself. Even though I have all the knowledge of a lot of things, it's because it's so big, I still learn new things every day. Okay. So you don't try to say that don't try to learn everything. You're not going to be able to learn everything in your life. It will literally take you a lifetime to just face to paper to learn that. That's not the goal. Is not that. I would not say to let the goal be that. You need to know enough of the crucial things that makes good design to solve the problem in the techniques of UX, UI, interaction design, user research, strategy, how to talk to the business, business strategy. Just need to know those couple of things to be able to be successful, with it. And then as you mature within your career, through the works that you do, that knowledge is going to come. But don't try to set out to know everything. I did that at the beginning and I almost hurt myself because I was everywhere. If you look on my LinkedIn, I got something like over 120 courses I've taken in this. And I still only scratched the surface. So be kind to yourself. Okay. Despite what others think or what the job descriptions say. Okay. Because they want the world. They want the unicorn. Okay. But as many of those that I've been through and the many companies that I've talked with and worked for, they just say that. Most often it is a particular core problem, painful problem, one or two. Is usually not a lot as far as a really core problem that they're trying to solve for. And that's the skill sets that I was listing before that usually help aid in solving that problem for that company or for that product.
Thank you so much, Renee Moore. I appreciate the time and the sharing here. It really have been very interesting conversation. Thank you so much.
So I'm glad to spill the knowledge for you, and I'm hoping it will help, the mindset of expiring and also renew for other seasoned designers.
Absolutely, the win. So if you have listened to the end of this conversation, we say thank you so much for your time. And please remember to subscribe to this channel. And why not reach out also to Renee? She have shared valuable information here with you. So, of course, if you do need help, why not let us know? Just write it down so that we'll pass it on to her. And share also this video with other people who you believe can benefit from it. It has been a pleasure here. Renee, thank you so much for the time.
You are welcome. Thank you, everyone.